Yo, 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 Pisces. What's up? Here's your reading for May of 2017. I already pre-shuffled the cards. Let's go and get started. Guardian angels of love and light, ancestors lost and known in the seas of time, please intercede into this reading to provide Pisces with the clarity and direction as to which he or she seeks, and please grant me, the reader, the objectivity to read the cards and relay the messages as they're meant to be. Holy Spirit, please release Pisces' first card as a base card. Okay. The Seven of Stones. Spirit, please clarify the Seven of Stones and why is it here for Pisces for May 2017? Spirit, please provide up to 2 cards clarifying why the Seven of Stones is here for Pisces. Why is the Seven of Stones here for Pisces for May of 2017, Spirit? Okay. Too many cards popped out, Pisces. I'm going to go ahead and put them back in the deck. Spirit. Okay. Spirit, release up to 1 more card clarifying why the Seven of Stones is here for Pisces for May of 2017, please. The Lovers in reverse. And the Four of Cups. Spirit, please release Pisces' second base card for May of 2017. Spirit, please release the second base card for Pisces for May of 2017. The Six of Stones. Spirit, please clarify why the Six of Stones is here for Pisces. Why is the Six of Stones here for May 2017? Why is the Six of Stones here, please? Please, Spirit, reveal as to why, with up to 2 clarifiers. Okay. The Mother of Cups in reverse. And the Seven of Wands in reverse as well. Okay. Spirit, release up to 3 cards for what's crowning Pisces. Release up to 2 more cards, please. Up to 1 more card, please, Spirit. What's crowning? Okay. the Father of Cups in reverse, the Tower, and the Ace of Cups. Put this down. Can't get this in the frame right today. It's okay, I'm gonna go ahead and move them for you guys in a bit anyway. Okay, so we release up to 3 advice cards. Release up to 3 okay, this one's a pop. I'm gonna take that. Spirit, release up to 1 more card for advice for Pisces pertaining to the situation at hand for May of 2017. Release up to 1 more card, please, Spirit. Oh, there's 3 here. 1 more. I didn't even see that, guys. 3 popped up. That was just 2. But I'm going to take the 4th one as well. The first is the Chariot in reverse. The second is the 9 of Swords. The third is the 2 of Stones in reverse. And the fourth is, I'm sorry guys, the 5 of Wands. All right, Pisces, we're coming into the reading with the 4 of Swords here. Okay, let's go ahead and do this one first. All right, Pisces, just as a reminder, your base card, the 2 clarifiers for the base. Here's your advice, and then here's what's crowning you. Okay, Pisces. So we're coming into the reading with the 4 of Swords, which has to do with mental stillness. It's just staying calm in situations that tend to be crazy. You know, being still when there's a lot of chaos going on. So their first base card is the 7 of Stones, which stands for discord. Also fail without careful redirection. We must ask ourselves, though, Pisces, why the redirection, though? Why do you guys feel the need to have to redirect your life or what's going on? Clarifying the 7 of Stones, the Lovers in reverse. It could be possibly dealing with a Gemini, possibly. Maybe not so nice Gemini, since it's in reverse. Then we have the 4 of Cups, which stands for mixed happiness. It also signifies to find a moment, or to find moments, I should say, of peace and joy, and how action is possible, and it also leads to growth. right here. When I look at this, Pisces, I kind of get the feeling that something went wrong. It could be in a relationship, which kind of inclines me to maybe think that, since it is the lovers that's being clarified by, but the lovers can also mean maybe a battle with yourself or love with yourself. But I'm kind of not really picking up on that. I'm kind of getting that something went wrong down the line, because in your mind, or in your thoughts, I should say, the Tower is here, and also the Ace of Cups. The Tower signifies change, but it's more of a change that is going to stick around long term. Not really like, the Eight of Wands, where it's kind of just an abrupt change. The Tower is more of this change that's coming, or that will come, possibly. It's going to be somewhat of a permanent change or a very long-term change. And also the Ace of Cups here has to do with happiness, joy, and love, and optimism. When I think about it, Pisces, why in your mind or in your thoughts do you have change or a need for change? And I somewhat see that you are hopeful that this change will bring happiness, joy, and love, and optimism. Because I feel like you need peace, Pisces, somewhere down the line in terms of a relationship that happened or that transpired. It could still possibly be going on. But I feel like you're battling back and forth with yourself, Pisces, because you have the Seven of Stones, which is just discord. It's not being on the same page with possibly this person that you're involved with, but you have mixed happiness with this person. Because I see that failure is coming from this relationship, but at the same time, it's almost like if you don't really want to admit this failure, that you don't want to possibly see it go because of the failure. I feel like there's a lot of hope involved, because also in your thoughts you have the Father of Cups in reverse. When the power of the Father of Cups is in reverse, right here, it's basically a power disruption. And the power that the Father of Cups possesses is kind of domineering a little bit, also intelligence and creativeness, and generosity and loving as well. It's funny how the Father of Cups is in reverse and also the Lovers is in reverse, when the Father of Cups signifies loving and generosity and creativeness. I feel like this situation, Pisces, that you're in or dealing with someone or someone in question, kind of slipped from your fingers. But I feel like you're just going back and forth with it. It's almost like if it failed, or it's about to, maybe. I hate to say that because no one can really know what's going to transpire in the future. I'm a little, I'm a little perplexed here. Maybe, Pisces, did you possibly think that This relationship will bring something new to you. Or maybe you think that it's time to move on, which you need the change, given the Tower. And then also wanting the change because it's going to bring happiness and love and joy. Because I feel like, Pisces, this relationship, it's really weighing you down. And it's making you feel also that it's not moving forward with the Chariot in reverse right here. And also with the Nine of Swords, which is cruelty and also victimhood. Do you feel like you were maybe the victim within this relationship? Because clearly there isn't any harmony between the relationship right now. Clarifying that by the Two of Stones. And also just general conflict through the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is just strife and battle and avoidance. Yeah. What are you trying to avoid though, Pisces? Are you trying to possibly maybe avoid leaving this relationship? Because you really need to, Pisces. I feel like it's causing you to go back and forth with yourself. And I feel like this is being prolonged. And it's something that's really has you rattled. But what we need to realize, Pisces, is that if we stay within this relationship, it's still going to rattle you. So you need to make a decision, Pisces. You're going to have to, I don't want to necessarily give advice in terms of leaving the relationship, but it seems like it's not serving you and it's not bringing the happiness. Because if the Lovers was, upright, I would possibly say that maybe it could possibly bring you happiness, since you do have the Ace of Cups here. But at the same time, the Tower kind of overrides the Ace of Cups in a sense. Because if things were happy and things were good, why would you need change? Change in terms of an abrupt change, where it's going to be something that's prolonged. Are you a little scared, Pisces, for moving on from this relationship? But you know that it's no longer serving you. Because it has you, which is the Father of Cups, I want to say in this reading. It has you coming into the reading in reverse. Because you do know that it's not moving forward. And the harmony isn't there any longer. I feel like this may have gotten a little physical, Pisces. Given the Nine of Swords that we have here. But also, just general conflict. But if the Nine of Swords was not here, I would say then that possibly it didn't really get physical. But the Nine of Swords kind of just brings that in, or I'm getting that feeling from it. Because you do have to find that moment of peace and joy and know that action leads to growth. And I feel like you know that you have to leave, Pisces, because this growth is going to come, but the only way the growth is going to come is if you get yourself out of the conflict and you get yourself out of the cruelty, because it's not going anywhere. And you already know this, Pisces. You need to stop deceiving your own self. You have to stop trying to hold on, because the only upright cards, even in terms of your advice, is the Nine of Swords and the Five of Wands. And those are both cards that have to do with, with arguments and have to do with strife. And then the two cards that are very good cards, the Chariot and then the Two of Stones, are in reverse. So the harmony isn't there, and then the moving forward isn't there, which is why you know, Pisces, that you have to leave. It's not working anymore because you know you need the change, and you know that. Why do you need the change? Because you want the happiness and the joy and the love and the optimism of a relationship. But unfortunately, this person, possibly maybe Gemini, it's not going to happen with this person. Because failure has already presented itself. We need to move past this period, Pisces. Because you shouldn't have mixed happiness or mixed emotions about a relationship. Everything should be pretty much squared away. You should know where you both are in the relationship, in the partnership, I should say. In relationships, it's a little bit different with friends, but in terms of partnerships, you both have to know where each other stand, because that's how you avoid the conflict, and that's how you avoid the discord, just like the Seven of Stones right here, which is also failure without careful redirection. But you need to be careful when you do leave the relationship, Pisces, because I don't know why I'm picking up that maybe things can get a little bit hairy as well. This person is maybe a little rough around the edges, and maybe you may be a little bit afraid to leave because maybe they're a little unpredictable. But you're gonna have to get out of it because it's not working for you. It's really bringing you down, Pisces. I'm getting physical a lot through this reading. I'm picking up on that things have gotten pretty ugly. But you can't allow someone to treat you like that, Pisces. And also vice versa, you can't treat other people like that as well. I always say that we have to realize, what we contribute to the relationship in terms of how did we contribute to upsetting that person that much. I usually say that, and I am a firm believer in that. And I think it still holds, some veracity within this reading right now. But at the same time, there should be no reason why someone should put their hands on you. And given that you're a water sign, you will want to stick around and you will want to, I don't want to say change this person, but you do want to try to make it work. But sometimes you can't, Pisces, especially if the other person is just, they aren't comfortable with themselves. How are they going to be comfortable with another person? Maybe you feel, Pisces, that you might possibly be alone when this happens. Or if you do decide to leave. Pisces, but would you rather be alone with someone or alone by yourself? All right. So for this little spread here, this tri-spread, we have the Six of Stones, which is great success and joy, short-lived, and happiness being a perception. And that is true, Pisces. Happiness is a perception. But what it is that are you perceiving to be of value? Because you have in your thoughts the Father of Cups in reverse, and you also have the Mother of Cups in reverse as well, clarifying the Six of Stones. The Mother of Cups in reverse is someone who is out of touch with the physical realities. It's funny, Pisces, how I was picking up on the physical cruelty going on, and that the Mother of Cups in reverse signifies out of touch with physical realities. Now, that could be anything, like materials, but just that word physical. And your courage, Pisces, is in reverse too with the Seven of Wands here. Loss of nerve of moving forward, hesitation, also seeking alternatives, and maybe a possible reconciliation. But I feel like, Pisces, this can't be reconciled, at least as of now. Because both cups, mother and father, are both in reverse. And also being the Six of Cups, joy that is short-lived. If things went maybe sour, with the Lovers being in reverse, that was maybe possibly short-lived, and the joy was short-lived. Because these were your two base cards, Pisces. And they're both on opposite sides of the spectrum. Failure and then success. I mean, there's always room for interpretation in terms of what's in the middle. But when it comes to failure and success, there's really no middle. Even 6 and then 7. I mean, there's really no 6.5. It's either successful or it's a failure. But I feel, Pisces, like this is not good, because with the Seven of Stones, because it was a failure, it's actually being clarified by the Lovers in reverse, and then the mixed emotions and the mixed happiness. But even if you were to maybe try to convince yourself that it was successful, your courage is in reverse, and the Mother of Cups is in reverse. So it wasn't really a positive success here. I feel like either way, it's showing you, Pisces, that you need to move on. There's no really saving of anything in terms of now. Things happen in the future, people change, but we need to leave, Pisces. We have to get out of this. And you know that you do, though, because you're coming up in reverse in your own thoughts, and you know that change needs to happen. But in order for that change, and you also know, Pisces, that with this change, there's going to be positivity that comes from it. It's right there in your thoughts. You know. But I understand that it may be a little hard to walk away, and we all have our reasons, but that's why courage is here, but in reverse. You need to gain that courage, Pisces, and you need to walk away. It's time. The hesitation, the loss of nerve in terms of moving forward, because even the advice is telling you, Pisces, that you're not going to move forward with this in terms of staying in this relationship or in staying in this situation, whatever it may be. Like, how do you have success, but then you're out of touch with physical realities? How does that compute? In order for success to transpire or to manifest, we need to be realistic, and we need to be there, sound mind and body. Because if you weren't, there wouldn't be a success, because then you wouldn't know the steps to take. So I feel, Pisces, it's a lot of trying to just pretend that everything is fine. And we can't pretend anymore, Pisces, because clearly this is a lot going on. Mm-hmm. We need to get out of this. It's not good. Okay, let's go ahead and pull 3. I don't really want to say any more because I feel like this is very personal for whoever this reading is for. I feel like it can get a little touchy. So that's why I'm not going to say any more about it, because no one really understands until they're the one standing there. And also, no one truly knows what happens behind closed doors. And I'm just going to leave it at that, I'm going to go ahead and pull 3 cards for advice on how to move forward. I mean, I will add this, though. Let me just say this. The Father of Cups was in your thoughts. This can maybe possibly be your partner. And they're in reverse, which kind of makes sense a little bit with the Lovers being in reverse as well. And the Mother of Cups being in reverse. They don't necessarily have to be male and female. It can be same sex. It could be things of that nature. But at the same time, the 2 people here in the reading are in reverse. Sorry, I'm kind of covering it, but the 2 people here are in reverse. You can maybe be possibly dealing also with a water sign as well. Very emotional, both of you guys. Which just says that things aren't really too shabby. Spirit, please release up to 3 cards for advice for Pisces for the given situation on how to move forward for May of 2017. Up to 1 more card, please, Spirit. To 1 more card, please, Spirit. Okay, gave you 4. I'll take them. So you have the the 9 of Wands in reverse. The Daughter of Wands upright. The 7 of Swords. And the Son of Stones. When I separate them like this, Pisces, I'm kind of getting this feeling I'm picking up on that this is you and this is them. Whether, or your partner, I should say. That was very strange right now when I got that feeling. 2 people, and then how they feel as of now in the relationship, or how things will maybe evolve. So the Daughter of Wands here, Someone who is abundant, or they have abundance, joy, good sense, and also cultured. But their power is in reverse, the Nine of Wands, which is weak, passivity, and also when arrogant with the misuse of their power or the power inflicted upon them. So I feel like the joy and the good sense, Pisces, is really within this reading, and I feel like that's what you want and that's how you feel. That's what you're hopeful for. But you're not going to get it with this person, Pisces, too much because you feel weak within the relationship. There's passivity. You're just letting things happen and just go on. And a lot of water signs are very passive. Maybe Scorpio not too much, but Cancer as well as Pisces are very passive. They just flow with the energy or flow with the power of how things are transpiring. But you need to, I'm picking up on, you need to be more like this person, especially Wands, it being fire, where they make their decisions and they stick by them and they actually apply them, and they're very steadfast in making sure that they happen. But it's weird how it's the daughter and then the son. I mean, even though they're not the same elements in terms of cards, but the mother and the father, which are very mature individuals, but the mother and the father are both in reverse. But yet the pages or the young individuals, young-minded daughter and the son. The Son of Stones right here is someone who has action for positive change. And also who has change in terms of for the next couple or few generations in mind. But what they're portraying is uselessness. This also means the Seven of Swords in this deck means depression and being depressed, but leaving the situation when it's upright like this. They may want to leave, but you may want them to stay. But what are they really contributing to the relationship in terms of just the bad? Especially this is a number 7 right there. Courage coming from it. That being a 7 card as well. 9, the power, but also cruelty. See, Wands. This is Wands as well. So I feel like these cards are somehow linked a little bit. I don't know. This is very strange. I never really picked up on this, but before in other readings, but this is how you are making each other feel. It's almost like the give and take of the relationship in a sense. See, 7 and then 9, and then 7 and then 9 right here. Oh, I can't see this one. 7 and then 9 right here as well. I feel like they kind of match together. Because with the cruelty comes the uselessness. And not having the courage comes from not feeling within your power. So I feel like, Pisces, you're going to have to be a little bit like the Daughter of Wands here. And you're going to have to make that decision and walk away. You're really going to have to walk away from this. Okay, Pisces, be strong. I know you can do it. It's going to be tough. But going back to what I was saying earlier, I mean, it's in your mind, Pisces. You know what needs to happen. The change is only going to bring new possibilities. I know I just got that feeling to look underneath the deck like I usually do for some signs or some readings. The universe has your back, and they're trying to speak to you and tell you that you don't deserve this. You need to move on, Pisces. Because the things that you think that you're planning or the things that are behind the scenes are not really too great. Because there's nothing but interference. A lot of interference, Pisces. And the Eight of Swords also is gossip and seeking the help and the advice when it's upright. And maybe that's why you're here viewing this video today. You can do it. All right, Pisces. Hope you enjoyed your reading for May of 2017. Stay strong. I know you can do it.